Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let's have it be good. Well, this is the World on Wheels tour, May 15. Little check in here. I got to get most of my skating done the early part of the day. By the time it gets to be 11 a.m., it's already like 87 degrees. Unbelievable. And I wear all this padding, you know. I'm like the Pillsbury Doughboy of longboarding. But the good thing about the padding is then I can skate, which is very different than trying not to fall. Skating is much more fun and productive. So anyway, the road, living on the road, I'm sure as my, buddies, Beyonce and Bono and, Madonna and, all those folks, always sharing their on the tour stories with me. I'd like to share a one with you and with them also if they happen to be listening. And, we have a pretty low budget tour. It's actually kind of the no budget, low budget tour here. And so I stay in places that are, shall we say, quite economical. Cheap, baby, cheap. And, in the world of you get what you pay for, interesting experience I had, which was finding out that you have roaches in your room. And isn't that always a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience? So I killed one in the bathroom. I thought maybe that would be it, but turns out no, he had a little friend somewhere else. And so after a couple more, I found one in bed with me last night, and not the kind of bed partner I'm looking for. However, with my quick reflexes, I grabbed my cell phone and beat it to death with my cell phone. And which is quite remarkable because I think that's a feature that they don't usually advertise when they're selling their products, their phones. Okay, but I want to tell you, it worked. Oh my gosh, what a life, what a life, what a world, huh? Well, anyway, it's interesting out here. I got about 80 miles in so far, which is really amazing. Okay, so I got 80 miles in out of my 200 miles. For the tour on my way to Fort Lauderdale, and apparently they're cooking up a great event in Fort. There's a 7-mile bridge or 6-mile bridge. I think it's a 7-mile bridge that the folks are cooking up for me to skate way down in South Florida, and they're cooking up an event which they're calling Drones and Drag Queens. So there'll be me, apparently me, and some drag queens and some drones to get some good footage, and we'll just be having a time of it down there in South Florida. We are out to generate a global conspiracy of people taking responsibility for the climate crisis and getting into action as a function of their stand, distinct from what they know, believe, or think. And that's a feat, let me tell you. And so please support us. Every dollar that you support us with really goes to empowering somebody else to reorganize their mindset, context in the matter of the climate crisis, and take some action that gives them an experience that they're actually making a global impact in the world. So please go to worldonwheels.org, make a donation. You can pledge per mile for this crazy tour that I'm on, but your money goes a long way, a really, really, really long way. I set out a goal to raise $200,000. That's $1,000 a mile on this tour. So far, we've got, I think, I don't know, maybe $3,000. So we're a bit away from our goal, all right? But that's okay, because one, sponsor that comes in for $50K, and maybe that's you, that could push us right over the top. And believe me, I'm looking to be pushed, instead of being pushed over the edge, I'd like to be pushed over the top. All right, well, here we are, May 15th, and tax day for those of you like us that have a nonprofit. And boy, this is something out here. This is something. But you take your shot, right? You take your shot. You don't bet us. You don't bet on us because you think we're going to win. You just bet on us because you're glad we're in the race. You're glad you're glad you've got this horse to bet on. And so please go to worldonwheels.org and choose your participation and take an action. Take an action that makes a global impact. All right, well, that's it. World on Wheels, over and out.